All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rekakwadash, Rakathum, double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, the well, and the salute, and the shalom to all the Akim that are out here. They represent this truth in all sincerity and in truth. This is the Akim in Dallas, their live stream from earlier. The live stream on the Elder Yashawama's channel. Remnant Say 144 is live, 3/31/26, and the brother Yuan, he brought out this scripture. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Let's see, probably a minute and something. Let's see. This should be it.
But the Lord raised up Seth. When he slew Abel, that was him committing an act of genocide. Basically trying to get...
Well, hold on. I forgot the timestamp when the brother read it. Hopefully I can find it. I'm probably close. I don't know. Okay, let's get it.
Be blessed. There you go. That's you, Edomite.
Here it is.
It means judgment. It's decision. He's
is.
getting ready to set a decision centered around what happened to his chosen people, man.
Right.
Okay?
I got that precept.
Yep.
It's Proverbs 20 and 21. It says, an inheritance may be gotten hastily at the beginning, but the end thereof shall not be blessed.
There you go. That's you Edomites, man.
Exactly.
Yep, that's you Edomites. Okay? Ding, the light came on.
All right, man. So the scripture is Proverbs 20 and 21. It says, an inheritance may be gotten hastily, but it says at the beginning, but the end thereof shall not be blessed. It says, an inheritance obtained too early in life is not a blessing in the end. All right, man. So the blessing that Esau got is a temporary blessing, man. All right, man. And now he's trying his best to establish the NWO, right? To establish his pseudo inheritance, man. Who's his pseudo birthright, his pseudo blessing, man. See? So Esau Edom, he's rushing, but it's not going to be blessed because it's going to be destroyed. All right, man, because Esau, Esau has always known that the blessing he got from his father Isaac was a temporary blessing, man. Esau knew that blessing was temporary. Let's get Genesis 27. Genesis 27. All right. Here it is. Genesis 27:36. And he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and now it says, and behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? All right, man. Now, Esau said what? That Jacob took away the birthright, right? But Esau, he sold the birthright to Jacob, right? And Jacob made sure that Esau made an oath, right? Jacob made sure that Esau swore that the birthright was his. It say, and Isaac answered Esau. It says, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren I have given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. What shall I do unto thee, my son? All right, man. Now remember that that Isaac told Esau, and he said, hey, he got the blessing. Hey, he is blessed. I can't take it away. It says it here, Genesis 27 and 33. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, who? Where is he that hath taken venison and brought it me? Have I, it says, and I have eaten of all before thou camest, and blessed him. Yeah, he is blessed. It says, yes, yeah, he shall be blessed. It says, Isaac began to tremble uncontrollably and said, then who just served me wild game? I have already eaten it, and I blessed him just before you came. And yes, that blessing, and yes, that blessing, it's like it says, and yes, that blessing shall stand. So Jacob's blessing is the eternal blessing, man. It's the everlasting blessing. But Esau's blessing is temporary. All right, man. And Esau knew that. That's why he said this. And let's start up at 40. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, thou shalt have the dominion, and thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck, right? It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. It says, from that time on, Esau hated Jacob because their father had given Jacob the blessing, and Esau began to scheme. Right? So Esau began plotting. I will soon be mourning my father's death. Then I will kill my brother Jacob. All right, man. So Esau knew that the blessing he received was temporary. That's why he said, I must slay Jacob. I must get Jacob up out of here, man. Come on, man. Esau knew that, man. And that's why Esau Edom is trying to establish his pseudo birthright, man. Because he knows that the blessing he received was temporary. Let's keep on going.
An inheritance, read that again.
Gotta go back to it. Proverbs 20 and 21. An inheritance may be gotten hastily at the beginning.
Right.
But the end thereof shall not be blessed.
So this nigga is in a rush.
Exactly. Hold on. Let me see something. What does it say in the message? What does it say in the message? Proverbs 20 and 21 in the MSG. Let's see. what does it say? Good News Translation, it says, the more easily you get your wealth, the less it will do you. It says, the less good it will do you.
To basically set up a pseudo birthright.
See, I just said that, man. I just said that. Come, I just said that, man. Man, Esau Edom knows the blessing that he received from his father Isaac was a temporary blessing, man. So he's trying to establish he's trying to establish a permanent pseudo birthright, man. He's trying to establish a permanent pseudo blessing, man. It says this, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach into the clouds, yet shall he perish like his own dung. And it says, they which have seen him shall say, where is he? It says, the triumph of the wicked has been short-lived, and the joy of the godless has been only temporary. See? What's that? Yeah. Says shall rot. All right, man. So Esau Edom knows that he's going to be destroyed, man. Esau knows it, man. He knows it. That's why he's, all right, man. But he's trying to overthrow prophecy. He thinks he can, Esau Edom, he's trying to overthrow prophecy, but he can't. He can't. All right, man, because Esau knows that his name is going to rot. It says, this is Proverbs 10:7. The memory of the just is blessed, but the name of the wicked shall rot. All right, man. So Esau knows that his name is going to rot, man. He knows soon he won't have no name in the street. But he's trying to stop that from happening, but he can't stop it from happening. Esau Edom, your judgment has been written, man. Your judgment has already been written, man. Even before the foundations of the earth, man. Your judgment has been written, man. You can't stop prophecy, Esau. You can't stop you can't stop prophecy, man. So Esau, what you're doing is a vain thing, man. All right, man. Because Esau, while you are building, Yahweh Shema Shah is going to throw it down, man. Let's get Malachi 1:4. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh Shema Shah of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh Shema Shah hath indignation forever. All right, man. So while Esau Edom is building his NWO, his pseudo birthright, Yahweh Shema Shah is going to throw it down. It says here in Job, what's that? Yep. This is Job 20:22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, and the hand of the wicked shall come upon him, right? The hand of the laborers. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, right, man? So when Esau Edom is about to put the finishing touches on his NWO, it says here, Yahweh Shemal Shah shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. All right, man? So what Esau is doing, man, it's a vain thing, man. It's vain. Because his pseudo birthright, his pseudo blessing that he's trying to establish is going to be destroyed. Right, man? Because Esau knows he's at the end of his rule. He knows he's at the end of his world. He knows he's at the end of his. He knows he's at the end of his rulership, but he refuses to admit it. But he refused to accept it, man. He refuses to accept it.
Okay, and the Lord gave him a blessing. Mm-hmm. He gave Esau Edom a blessing, man. But he wants to go further. Mm-hmm. You got the Greater Israel Project going on in the east. You got the technocracy going on in the west. And basically, these devils they're trying to take over the whole entire planet Earth and have it in the hands of a few, elite devils, man, who are complete bozos, by the way. Oh. You sit up there and listen to these people talk and listen to their interviews. They're complete assholes, empty-headed. But the Lord set up the basis of men, but that they're rushing to try to set it up, and in the process they look crazy, man.
Exactly. Because it say this in Daniel 4:17. It says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men." All right, man? So Yahweh Shemal Shah is ruling in the kingdom of men. Yahweh Shemal Shah is ruling in the kingdom of Esau Edom, man. And Yahweh Shemal Shah is taking Esau out of power, man. It's taking Esau out of rulership. Psalms 75, and I think 7. Psalm 75 and 7, it says, but Yahweh Shemal Shah, the concept says, but Yahweh Shemal Shah is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another. See? So Yahweh Shemal Shah decides who will rise and who will fall. Esau Edom is falling, and Jacob, Yasha'Allah, is rising. Esau Edom is falling, and Jacob, Yasha'Allah, is rising, man.
That lets you know that they've known that they blessing is temporary the whole time.
Yep.
Right. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When Isaac told Esau, he was like, "Look, I already gave him.
I've already made him your Lord."
You know what I'm saying? It's already done.
Right.
So when you read that chapter, you understand that one rulership is temporary, the other one is forever.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He got the temporary one.
And that's why his motivation from the jump always been, then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Yeah.
He always, I got to get these people up out of there.
And that same mentality has made its way to today, because now he want to get rid of the elect.
Right.
You know?
Well, remember Herod tried to get rid of Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Before he wanted to get him soon as he came out of the womb and put him to death, because he knew prophetically what he represented for us. But the Lord didn't allow it, so he's not going to allow you to get your hands on the elect. Now, we know prophetically some of us are going to be beheaded. We're going to go through hard time, but you're not going to get us all.
Exactly.
Cain tried to do it. He tried to wipe out the righteous, but the Lord raised up Seth. When he slew Abel, that was him committing an act of genocide. Basically trying to get the righteous up out of there. Yeah. See? And it didn't work then. It's not going to work now.
Right.
Okay? You cut off one brother's head, the Lord raised up 8 more.
Yeah.
Right.
This devil's so carnal, he thinks he can control prophecy through carnal means.
Right.
The Lord is the father of spirits.
Facts.
He's working in a realm that you can't deal with or alter. So everything he's trying to do, he's punching the air.
I was saying, this high-ass IQ this nigga got, right? Why is it still a Bible?
What, the Lord?
You destroyed everything else, but it's nigga, you gave everybody on the planet the Bible.
Yep. That show you the Lord controlling everything that he do.
Right, yeah.
I say, Ariana say it all the time. He say, no way in hell I would let y'all learn how to read.
Hell no.
To protect yourself. He didn't even, you're so smart and your IQ is so high, you didn't get rid of the one thing you should have got rid of. That's the spirit.
Well, that's why the scriptures say this. Yeah, man. Man, Esau Edom is finished, man. Esau is finished, man. Golly. It say, this is Job 12 and 16. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. Right, man? Now, Esau Edom claims to have this so high IQ. But there's still Bibles, though. Boy, I tell you.
Well, the Lord made him call himself a Christian.
Yep.
So it gotta be Bible. Made him call himself the chosen, so it gotta be Bibles, but they have no regard for it. They have no respect for the order of the Most High, man.
Right.
This earth is completely defiled under their rulership, man.
Yep.
Folly is set in great dignity, but here it is, they want to act like they believe in these scriptures. If you believed in the scriptures, okay, there wouldn't be lobster in the goddamn stores, man.
Right.
Clams, lobsters. Wouldn't be no God, because why? That needs to be in the water to clean the water. And people hear us say, you ain't supposed to eat those things, they get mad, but the Lord created those things to clean the water.
Right.
He created particular animals to clean the earth, and in this kingdom, they're delicacies. You can't go to a nigga woman's page and without scrolling 8 pictures down a big goddamn seafood boil, man.
Big ass king crab. They have that small scope of it.
All right, man. So man, that's the lesson, man. Man, Esau Edom, you finished, man. Esau, you are finished, man. You are finished, man. Esau is done, man. And I gotta come up with a title for this lesson. I don't have a title yet, but all right. So Akim. So with that, I say Shalom. Yahweh Bashim Bashar Brakatham Bashim Kakudah. Shalom.